Well, and without a doubt, and undoubtedly, if I had known Greg 25 years ago, I wouldn't be on here doing this now. I didn't have a Greg. I am Greg, and that's unfortunate. But hey, it's time to pass it on to these guys who are much younger than me, Brett and myself. But Brett may be inclined to want to help people because you guys who are sophisticated with technology, and Daylay's not here, but you guys can help a lot of people. And Brett and I are on the other side with our children. My children are grown, are adults, but we don't know. And I've asked all my math guys, whether it's Brett, Daylay, or Tandrick, what do you think the economic impact is for these miscalculations for, say, the last 40 years?
I think it's enormous.
$1 million. If not,
Billions.
could be billions.
Billions.
Because you got to think about it too. It's like we hear our stories. What about the stories we haven't heard or will never hear?
Yeah.
Like,
there seems to be a pattern with it as well. I've had several cases, but there seems to be a pattern with their total disregard for what is actually the well-established law and the clear language of these of the statutes when it comes to this stuff. Even like the 20% of the overnights. Well, we didn't know anything about if you have more than 20% of the overnights, either through court order or through agreement, they must deviate from the guidelines. Well, what if the agency never considered that? Well, we know under 12.040 of the Florida rules of family law, the attorney who makes an appearance in these cases is supposed to inform everybody that they do not represent the recipient of the services, which would be the mom and maybe the children, but the Title IV agency. Well, and that they also cannot deal with matters involving time sharing and custody. But the time sharing and custody procedurally would precede you making the determination as to how much money a person would owe. And that's just the statutory understanding of what was going on. And procedurally, that's where there's so many errors, which Brett's issue when he first called me, and he mentioned the issue about was it Brett, insurance? I mean, guys, how many men probably have their children on their employer insurance and had no idea that they were entitled to credit?
yeah.
Well, I'd say proper credit, Greg, because they give you credit, but according to the rule, at least for me, they didn't properly apply that rule.
Well, you said proper credit. No, and actually, Brett, in your situation, you were married. Because so many guys are not, it's a part of the calculation. And even once the order is issued, if they are because they do order people, and I don't know if we have any guys here from Florida, but they'll tell you that you're responsible for getting insurance for the child if you're working or what have you.
See, but from your experience, Greg, what about if the mother puts that child on government insurance, like state insurance, Medicaid?
You mean like make a mistake? Well, I'll say this. Let's not forget, people, that Medicaid is a federal program. And the mother is either eligible and qualified or she's not. And if the person has a right to those services, well, the fact that they have a right to the services may not necessarily entitle her to any goddamn thing else. You're just entitled. And there are entitlement programs, which is why we all pay income tax, and which is why the Social Security Act exists as it does. And these things are taken care of through the General Welfare Fund.